Okay. It's not working, and I'm afraid I'm just going to be talking for nothing. So I'm just going to talk to you totally here, okay? And then I'll make videos someday of this, copies of it. Yeah. Okay. And by the way, when I read his words, the Muslims were using this side of my face, this one, that side. Anyway, I want to tell you something. No, I'll tell you later. I'll tell you later here. Okay. I'm trying to keep my cool, but I'm really getting offended. How come? What nonsense are you talking about? What is your question? I ask a lot of questions. Which question do you want me to ask again? I'm only trying to guess what you are saying. You mean asking. Read the whole surah, please. You mean Surah 4? Why? Doesn't Sunan Abu Dawud 2:2150 and Sahih Muslim 8:34-33 only focus on the first part of Quran 4:24? Are you saying that if you read all of Quran 4, it would contradict the meaning of the first part of Quran? Are you saying that if I read all of Quran 4, it would contradict the meaning of the first part of Quran 4:24 about being able to have sex with someone's wife if she's your right hand possessed? You claim that Islam allows slavery and adultery with slaves and rape. Thanks to Sunan Abu Dawud 2:2150's report of how Quran 4:24 was handed down, that tells how the companions of Muhammad were able to have sex with the captured women in the presence of their husbands who were disbelievers. This is very, very wrong and sick. It certainly is. How come you are still a Muslim? Reason 1. The verse says you can marry the captives of war. That seems to be code for rape, because again, thanks to Sunan Abu Dawud 2:2150, its report of how 424 and its report of how Quran 4:20 was handed down, that tells how the companions of Muhammad were able to have sex with the captured women in the presence of their husbands who were disbelievers. Where is the word consent from the husbands? So it's not rape. It allows marriage, not concubinage. False. For again, there is Sunan Abu Dawud 2:2150's report of Quran 4:24, how it was handed down, that tells Muslims how the companions of Muhammad were able to have sex with the captured women in the presence of their husbands who are unbelievers, non-Muslims. And where is the word consent from the husbands? Where is the word casual sex used? Aren't I the one who's supposed to ask that? Well, will you answer it for me then? Why do you make up things that don't exist in the verse? How is asking a question about Sunan Abu Dawud 2:2150's report of how Quran 4:24 was handed down, that tells how the companions of Muhammad were able to have sex with the captured women in the presence of their husbands or disbelievers? How? Well, how is that making something up? Are you saying that Dawud 2:2150 and 4:24 don't exist? If you read the whole Quran, you will understand better. Are you saying if I read the whole Sunan Abu Dawud 2:2150's report of how Quran 4:24 was handed down, that tells how the companions of Muhammad were able to have sex with the captured women in the presence of their husbands or unbelievers, it'll be contradicted? You sure? You obviously have never read the whole Quran. Have you read the whole book the Quran says it confirms and reminds to know why you, a Muslim, should remain a Muslim? You are talking about 4:24. Exactly. Maybe try reading the whole surah at least, and how it and see how it contradicts Sunan Abu Dawud 2:2150's report of how 4:24 was handed down. Where is the contradiction that tells how the companions of Muhammad were able to have sex with the captured women in the presence of their husbands or disbelievers? You sure? And again, where is the word consent from the husbands to not make it rape? You sure I'll be able to see all that contradicted if I read all of Surah 4? 4:24. 4:19, same surah, clearly draws the line and says you must get the acceptance of the woman for marriage. False. False. For there is Sunan Abu Dawud 2:2150's report of how Quran 4:24 was handed down, that tells how the companions of Muhammad were able to have sex with the captured women in the presence of their husbands or disbelievers. I mean, where do you see acceptance from her or her disbelieving husband? You cannot force her into a marriage. False! For there was Sunan Abu Dawud 22050's report of how Quran 424 was handed down that tells how the companions of Muhammad were able to have sex with the captured women in the presence of their husbands or disbelievers. I mean, where do you see acceptance from her or her disbelieving husband? This verse applies to all marriages. What does that mean? You mean even gay marriage and marriage to animals? It does not say except, does it? False! Read the first part of Quran 424. Do you dare? 3. Marriage in Islam is not just sex. So? It puts great responsibility on the shoulders of men. If he can even have the woman in the if he can even have the women, but in the presence of their husbands who are disbelievers, I would say so. Pay attention to the expression right hand. It does not say left hand. Oh, that makes it better? So? It says right hand. So? If you can rape a woman with your right hand, how does that make things better with your left hand? You think what you said lessens the creep factor here? I think not. This clearly reflects the great concern Islam has for preserving the rights of those captives. If you can rape a woman and it's considered right hand, how are things even better with your left hand? As you know, the right hand, its special merit and privilege functions that man instinctively reserve for it. Tell me about it. Therefore, slave does not mean the slave you understand. Oh? How do you get that with Sunan Abu Dawud 250's report of how Quran 424 was handed down? It tells how the companions of Muhammad were able to have sex with the captured women in the presence of their husbands who are disbelievers. How? I mean, where do you see acceptance from her or her disbelieving husband? Right! Where? It simply means up, which means slave. Got it. Meaning somebody working for you. False! For Abdullah means slave of Allah, not somebody working for you, Allah. For instance, Abdullah means a servant of Allah. Nice way of saying slave of Allah, I see. It's not a bad name at all. Well, with Sunan Abu Dawud 22150's report of how Quran 424 was handed down that tells how the companions of Muhammad were able to have sex with the captured women in the presence of their husbands or disbelievers, I can see why. Also the verse you are picking on does not say slaves, it says war captives. Does it make a difference when you have Sunan Abu Dawud 22150's report of how Quran 424 was handed down that tells how the companions of Muhammad were able to have sex with the captured women in the presence of their husbands or disbelievers? I mean, really, does it make a difference? 5. Show me a verse in Quran where it says you can start an offensive war for no reason, take the women captive, have sex with them, and then get rid of them. Sure, I can't. Take Sunan Abu Dawud 22050's report of how Quran 424 was handed down that tells how the companions of Muhammad were able to have sex with the captured women in the presence of their husbands or disbelievers, and mix it with Quran 65:4 that allows Muslim men to divorce a girl who hasn't even had a period yet. That's how. This is what you argue. False. For you take Sunan Abu Dawud 22050's, and I say this exact same thing again, plus Quran 65:4 that allows Muslim men to divorce a girl who hasn't even had a period yet. That's how. You are sick. False. For I didn't write Sunan Abu Dawud 22050's report, and I say the exact same thing again. You only understand what your heart desires. False. For again, I didn't write Sunan Abu Dawud 22050's report of how Quran 424 was handed down that tells how the companions of Muhammad were able to have sex with the captured women in the presence of their husbands or disbelievers. And I didn't write Quran 65:4 that allows Muslim men to divorce a girl who hasn't even had a period yet. Your heart is sick. Again. Hey, again. I did write, and I say the exact same thing again. Islam gives its rights even to the captives. How do you get that? When there is Sunan Abu Dawud 22050's, and I say the exact same thing again, plus the 65:4 that allows Muslim men to divorce the little girl who hasn't even had a period yet. Your right hand possessing equals people you deeply care about, shelter, support, and protect. And rape. For again. And, oh, really? Oh, you care about the little girl you divorced who hasn't had a period yet, according to Quran 65:4? Really? 6. You really need to understand the Quran and the cultural historical facts of the barbaric tribes pre-Islam. They must have really been monstrous. If Sunan Abu Dawud 22050's report, and I say the exact same thing again, in the presence of their husbands or disbelievers. An example to you is Allah's first said not to approach Salah praying when you are drunk. Does this mean that you can drink? Yes. And then another verse was revealed prohibiting alcohol. So, it is a gradual change. Oh, so Quran 424 is now obsolete and should be removed from the, quote, eternal Quran. Really? Quran took more than 20 years to completely reveal some verses and principle-based. Some are vague at first, but other verses make them clear because you cannot cherry pick in Quran. How am I cherry picking Quran 424 when they were Sunan Abu Dawud 22050's report of how in the presence of their husbands or disbelievers? No verse can be separate from the whole book. How have you not just contradicted yourself? You know, let's say that again. No verse can be separated from the whole book. How have you not just contradicted yourself? You know? If you are arguing that slavery is somehow encouraged in Islam, adultery with slave women is allowed in Islam, you are only fooling yourself. False. I didn't write Sunan Abu Dawud 22050's report of how Quran 424 was handed down that tells how the companions of Muhammad were able to have sex with the captured women in the presence of their husbands or disbelievers. And I didn't write Quran 65:4 that allows Muslim men to divorce a girl who hasn't even had a period yet. So, false. Do yourself a favor and read the Quran. Understand the historical facts, how verses are like the bricks of a house. Now, well, how have I not done that when there are Sunan Abu Dawud 22050's, and I say exact same thing again, in the presence of their husbands or disbelievers? They complete and complement each other. Exactly. They complete and complement each other. Exactly. Thanks for admitting that. I think